Are the mechanic and the gas man coming back?
I can hardly believe it. Never thought we would stop.
What's poppin', low gangsters? Okay. No, we're not gonna be the next low gang. But seriously though, we posted a picture on Instagram a couple days ago. We said put your questions down below. So today's the day we're gonna do a Q&A for the Ricer Ranch channel. Ryan, what's new and exciting in your life?
Yeah, so I just want to say real fast that the reason why I haven't been able to upload recently onto the Ricer Ranch channel is just because of the fact that I've been really busy with work as well as stuff that's going on in my personal life. So that's why I was unable to upload within the last couple of weeks here. Hopefully that's all going to change. I'll be able to start getting some more videos out to you guys here pretty soon.
All right, well, without further ado, let's go over the first question. Ryan, I the science guy, what's the first question?
All right, so the first one we got here comes from W_Allenbaugh. I think that's how you pronounce it. At Quad Racers, how did y'all meet Kramer?
Let's see here. How did we meet Kramer? Oh, it was in a video. We met Kramer at Sheets. He was a fanboy back then. Yeah, we met him in the Sheets parking lot. He was the ultimate fanboy, and the haggler was friends with one of his friends. I guess through the haggler, Kramer and Lip Rippin' Dom, they came to the mechanic's house. We did a video with them. It was the one where Kramer drank motor oil. They got taken down by YouTube. And yeah, that's how we met the buffoon. Yeah.
This next one comes from Mason G223 at Quad Racers. What happened to the Ranger, and when are you adding more to the quad track?
The Ranger is right over there. It's clapped out right now. It runs. I don't have the motivation or the time really to fix it. It just needs a front wheel bearing. I've replaced so many wheel bearings in that thing. It's because it's lifted. Everything's at a crazy angle and it just keeps going through them. But it needs that, and it doesn't have reverse. I have a 5-speed for it. It's an automatic right now. I don't have the time to swap it to a 5-speed, and I know it's just going to be a lot of problems. So it's just chilling right now, and we're busy doing other stuff.
And when are you adding more to the quad track?
As soon as we can get some equipment. Excavators are expensive, skid steers are expensive. We want to rent stuff, but it's expensive. We need one for like, a solid week or something to get a whole track built. But it's on the to-do list, no doubt. Here's the thing, if any of you have access to a skid steer in the Butler area, comment below. If you could hook us up in any way, we could pay you to rent it off you. If you want to sell us one, we don't have a huge budget, but that track needs to get done one way or another. So if anybody can help, comment below.
The next one comes from Hayden Copeland _22 at Quad Racers. At Quad Racers, how old is everyone in the group, and where has Jason been? Shout out to Hayden. I'm 21.
I'm also 21.
I don't know how old everyone is in the group.
We're all in the 21 range.
And where has Jason been? Jason's just been really dealing with stuff kinda in his personal life right now, so he really hasn't had a lot of time to come up here. But he has been in touch with us, and he said that he plans on coming out here sometime soon. This next one comes from Jonathan Putris. I apologize if I mispronounced your name there. You asked, where is Hagler's KX, and why don't you fix up and rip the Ranger? It's lifted, it's a beater, and it's a 4x4. Well, we already answered the Ranger question, so now you know. But where's the Hagler's KX?
We might beat the Ranger someday.
Yeah.
But then again, I kind of don't want to do that to my first truck ever. Like that could still be a good daily driver for someone that wants to put the work into it. Hagler sold his KX. Yeah, he goes through bikes pretty quickly.
Okay, this next one comes from American_Racer. When is a UTV gonna make it into the channel?
Well, I mean, come to think of it though, there have been a couple UTVs on the channel. This golf cart's pretty much a UTV. This is the quad racers version of one. No, but so I rode in an X3, Can-Am Maverick X3 1000. I did a video on that. I don't know, man. If it all comes back to money, I definitely want to buy a UTV or a side-by-side someday, but too much other stuff going on right now. And I think by the time you're watching this, I will have put the video up of our neighbor's Razor and our other buggy's rail buggy racing in the field. So there's been some on the channel, but I can't afford to buy my own right now.
This next one comes from Avery_Hunt_33. Can you have a meetup in Butler, Pennsylvania?
Maybe not at the Ricer Ranch because we don't need everybody to know our address, but I mean, we could have a meetup somewhere in the Butler area.
Walmart Supercenter.
Yeah, I think we might do one in October actually. It's to be announced. Maybe not in Butler, but maybe another one in somewhere in the Pittsburgh area.
All right, here we go. This next one comes from Henry R4500. Why don't you guys rip the other Outsider squad? Well,
that one's like my pride and joy. That was one of the main quads on the show. I low-key like keeping that one nice, and I don't want to ride it until we get the back rack mounted back on it.
And also extremely loud.
It's very loud. It's completely straight piped right now. Not even straight pipe. Just the guys at the junkyard, I don't know why, they like chop the exhaust part off. It's carbureted, and when you do that, you really need to put like a different, you really need to get a jet kit for it. So I low-key don't want to fry the rings and keep riding it straight pipe the way it is. So honestly, because it's just so loud, I'm probably going to find an exhaust for it and then put the back rack on, and then we'll be riding it more. But also, I have to hide it from Kramer too. He doesn't think it runs right now because he'll destroy the thing.
This next one comes from Grant Tutero. If I mispronounced your name, I apologize. Can you come rip my sketchy golf cart? It has a 500cc snowmobile engine in it that makes 75 horsepower.
Yeah, we need to do that to one of these golf carts. We would love to meet all you guys. We get just a ton of messages, and it's overwhelming how many people invite us to come riding with them, to come see their sketchy projects. We don't have the time to. A lot of times, if we ask you where you are, they might be on the other side of the country. We get that. People hit us up all the time, and then we find out they're in California or the other side of the country. It's just like not fair to everybody else if we just pick, one person. I don't know. It's kind of tough.
Scrolling through, and I found a question from Aaron Ruggiero. I think that's how you pronounce it. What supplements does Fleischfield take? And Lander already answered it.
Oh, did he? What did he say?
But no joke, I do take a lot. Whey protein, isolate, creatine, glutamine, ultra carbs, fish oil, etc.
He works at GNC. He gets a lot of supplements, but he's all natural. A lot of you think he takes steroids. I've known Lander personally for a long time. Like, we go way back to high school. He's actually natural. He would never take steroids. I know some of you still aren't going to believe that, but hard work does pay off. He's at the gym every single night.
He goes in the morning and at night.
Yeah.
Well, twice a day.
He has like a strict diet. He takes supplements from GNC. You got to have respect for him for that.
Yeah, he's really, really dedicated.
Yeah, he doesn't cheat his way out of stuff. Yeah, we're going through some of these questions here. You guys are some twisted mofos. There's some sketchy questions listed down here.
Okay, here we go. This one comes from Joel Cephas. Once again, if I mispronounced your name, I apologize. I'm not really good with names. What editing software do you use, and what camera do you film with?
We use Adobe Premiere Pro to edit, but I wouldn't recommend that for a beginner. I would start with something that's free. If you have a Windows PC, you got Movie Maker for free. That's what I started with. If you have a Mac, you have iMovie for free. So you got to start with something, basic, and then work your way up. Put more time into what you're actually filming. Like, don't worry about the editing. You kind of get better at that as you go. You can self-teach yourself. That's what I did. Just focus on filming good content and piecing it together real basic in the beginning. And the camera that we used was the Sony G7X. Kramer may have made me break it the other night, so it was a G7X.
Strictly GoPro footage for now.
No, did I say Sony? It's a Canon G7X Mark II.
Yeah.
But honestly, we started on GoPros back in the day. You can pick up a GoPro pretty cheap now. We used the Hero 4 with a gimbal for a really long time. That's where this right now is on the same Hero 4 that we were using a year ago. It's more about the content than the equipment you're using.
Alright, America 12053. Why was Kramer's shirt dipped in the toilet?
We don't know. We don't know. There's something wrong with him. That is a great question that I don't think either of us know how to answer.
Alright, this next one comes from Aiden. When will quad racers do an Australian meetup? God, I wish.
If you want to fly us to Australia, if you want to send us plane tickets, we'll go. Put it that way. And actually, if any of you do happen to want to send us stuff, you can still send it to Hometown Scooters. Just make sure you write four quad racers on the box, but send it to Hometown Scooters in Bethel Park. There's an address in the description.
This next one comes from Jenkins_349. What kind of racing do you do?
All right, thank you for asking. So I just started getting into the A-Works races. That stands for American Woods Racing Championship Series. It's sort of like a GNCC style race. I've done 2 of them so far, and I'm gonna try to do 2 more this season. It's really addicting. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot harder than I thought. I definitely have a lot of respect for the other racers because it beats the crap out of you. I'm by no means like a good rider, but you know, I thought I could finish some of these 2-hour races, and they beat the crap out of you. I mean, everybody's in there to win it. It's hard to ride hard nonstop for 2 hours, but that's the races I started doing. They're up in Pennsylvania. Shout out to the fans I've been running into there. You guys are...
Hillbilly Mafia 94. Do y'all smoke cigarettes?
Who doesn't? Is that even a question? Ryan is like a little chimney over here. Kramer eats them. He eats a bowl of them for breakfast without any milk.
Let's see if I can find another one here. This one comes from Fogelman. How did the gang originate?
Great question. I knew the Haggler, I think, since the beginning of high school. We were always good friends just because we both like quads and dirt bikes and stuff. And then I met the mechanic. I think it was my freshman year. We had a class together, so I knew him a little bit there, and then I didn't really see him too much. And then it turned out he was good friends with the mechanic. We did some film classes together. We used to make short films all the time.
I knew the mechanic throughout most of middle school and through high school, and then junior year, or at the very end of sophomore year of high school, he started to get homeschooled, so I didn't see him as often, but we would always I would always go over to his house and like hang out and stuff like that. That was junior year and senior year of high school. I didn't see him too much, but we would still like talk all the time and stuff like that.
Yeah, pretty much me being friends through him. I'd see them hang out a lot. We started hanging out as a group. We got like a go-kart project together, or you guys did. But yeah, like I said, I knew the mechanic a little bit freshman year, and then through him, I started hanging out with the mechanic more and more, and we just had a lot in common. We were all into riding and fixing stuff. The Haggler would, come with me over to his house a lot of times. And then the gas man just sort of showed up one day. He was just riding the trails we made at the mechanic's house. And I mean, from there, the rest is history. I guess the rest of that's on video, just us hanging out. And that led to, us moving up to Butler, and now we're here.
Throughout the videos, you can kind of see where like certain people came in, like Kramer.
Yeah, you can see where Kramer came in. Yep. I mean, you guys have seen the videos.
But you knew the Haggler for forever, pretty much.
Through high school, yeah.
This next one comes from Josh_69 quad. Now, there's a few people that have been asking this, I'm seeing. Where is the Raptor at?
In the barn. All it needs is a front sprocket, but I've been way more focused on my LTR right now, so it's just been chilling down there. It'll be back. Alright, so to end today's video, we're going to answer one more question. It's the most commonly asked question. We see it all the times. I'm going to try to keep it short, sweet, and to the point, and try to answer it without pissing anybody off. But that question is, are the mechanic and the gas man coming back? Alright, so to try to answer this question, I don't know what the future is going to bring. You know, anything can happen. A lot of bad stuff has happened in the past, as you know. And I don't think that we're ever going to be able to live together. I think that's okay, though. I think a lot of times people do better when you're spaced apart, not living with each other. You know, when you see the YouTube videos, it's like only the positive side of things are being put out on YouTube. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. We all have our personal lives, and we all have our arguments behind the scene. There's a lot of things we don't agree on. I can't say that I necessarily see us working together as a group full time, but I think that's for the better. Everybody sort of went their own separate ways. But yeah, so pretty much that's gonna be your best answer. I'm gonna leave it at that. It would be nice if everybody quit asking, and you know, we just need to move on. I'm putting everything I can into this channel right now, and you know, it does get annoying always seeing that in the comments, and you know, it's not cool always bringing up the past and stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Do you have anything that you want to add to that, or what's your opinion on it?
I knew the mechanic through most of like middle school and high school. I was always really good friends with the mechanic during that time. I can't say much about the gas man. I've probably only really met the gas man like maybe 5 times in my entire life. I see him on like social media and stuff, but I've never really actually like met, or well, I've met him, but seen him all that much.
You haven't really been like, you know, close friends with him.
Yeah, as Adam said, there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes that you guys don't see. So I mean, talking about this situation to you guys is sometimes difficult, because we really can't explain everything that goes on. It just wouldn't really be right. So I think it would probably be best.
Sometimes it's better off just leaving off with like, all right, we had a lot of fun, happy times in the past. That's what you saw in the videos. Sometimes it's better to just leave it at that. And I'm not trying to badmouth anybody. You know, I'm just saying that there's a lot that goes into this question, and there's no one easy answer for it. I don't know what the future's gonna bring, but all I know is I'm gonna keep putting as much effort as I can into these videos. I'm just gonna keep moving forward, period. So whoever comes in and out of my life, you know, yeah, I have no idea.
If you want to sound off with the wrap up.
Thank you guys for watching today's video. We appreciate the love and support. Let us know what you thought of this, and let us know what you want to see next on the Ricer Ranch channel. Mean review.